What if an entire nation could build a wall against the sea, but design it to breathe?
Not a solid wall, but a colossal machine capable of opening, closing, and standing against the North Sea. This is the Oosterschelde Kering, one of the greatest achievements of the Dutch Delta Works.
The Netherlands has always lived in a delicate relationship with water, with much of the country below sea level.
For centuries, the sea provided trade and prosperity, but it also brought destruction through catastrophic floods.
Dutch engineers began developing a new generation of coastal defenses to protect communities from deadly storm surges.
The challenge was enormous. Protect the land without permanently destroying the tidal ecosystem. The answer was not simply to close the estuary, but to control it. Before any permanent structure could rise, engineers first had to understand the seabed. Survey vessels mapped the terrain, studied tidal currents, and measured soil conditions for the future barrier. Marine work platforms, barges, and specialized vessels were positioned across the construction zone. Temporary working islands and logistics areas supported an operation taking place in a demanding environment.
Every stage had to fight moving water, strong currents, and unstable marine ground.
The seabed was carefully prepared, with weak material removed or stabilized. Foundation zones were leveled with extreme precision to support the massive concrete piers. Filter layers were placed to prevent soil from washing away, followed by heavy armor rock.
Every stage had to fight moving water, strong currents, and unstable marine ground. Then came the enormous foundation units and concrete piers, prefabricated elements transported across the water. Even a small error could have disrupted the geometry of the complete barrier. Once positioned, the foundations were secured and connected, and reinforcement cages rose upward. Steel formwork surrounded each new pier as concrete was pumped, placed, and compacted. The concrete was monitored and cured under tightly controlled conditions to ensure structural integrity. Inside the temporary enclosure, sensors helped manage the heat generated as the concrete hardened. Samples were extracted and tested. Only after meeting the required condition could the systems be shut down. Hoses were disconnected, sensors removed, and thermal insulation stripped away.
Then, panel by panel, the steel formwork was released, revealing the finished concrete pier.
For the first time, the finished concrete pier emerged from behind its temporary shell. Every exposed surface was inspected, and small imperfections were cleaned and repaired.
The result was not simply a concrete column, but one component of a precisely aligned system. Across the project, the same demanding sequence continued until a monumental line of piers stood in the sea.
Between them, enormous movable steel gates were installed, transforming the project into a controllable defense system. During normal conditions, they remain raised, allowing water, tides, and marine life to move through.
But when a dangerous storm surge approaches, the gates descend, and the barrier becomes a shield.
Completing the structure required far more than concrete and steel. Hydraulic machinery, sensors, and control systems.
All had to operate as one coordinated network, tested through every operating cycle.
Every guide, seal, and connection was inspected before the barrier could enter service.
And then, after years of marine construction, the temporary platforms and equipment disappeared. What remained was one of the most powerful machines ever built at the boundary between land and sea.
In bright morning sunlight, maintenance vehicles move along the permanent service road.
During the heat of summer, technicians inspect exposed equipment to ensure every system remains ready. At sunset, permanent lights illuminate the long line of piers.
At night, inspection vehicles travel through wind and rain, while tidal water continues flowing below.
In bright morning sunlight, maintenance vehicles move along the permanent service road.
Winds intensify, waves grow higher, and the control system prepares the barrier.
The giant steel gates begin to descend between the concrete piers.
As the final openings close, the barrier stands between the storm and the protected land beyond it. On one side, powerful waves strict the structure, while on the other, the water remains visibly calmer. After the storm passes, the barrier is inspected before reopening.
Machinery housings are checked, and hydraulic systems are verified. The gates are gradually raised, and tidal exchange returns. Inspection vessels pass through first, followed by normal maritime traffic.
Maintenance teams continue their patrols, and the barrier returns to silent readiness.
This is what makes the Oosterschelde Kering so remarkable.
It does not try to defeat the sea every day. It allows nature to continue until the moment protection becomes essential.
On one side, powerful waves strict the structure, while on the other, the water remains visibly calmer.
But more than that, it is built from precision, patience, and respect for the forces of nature. The Netherlands did not simply build a wall against the ocean. It built a system that knows when to let the sea pass and when to stop it.
The Oosterschelde Kering remains a testament to human ingenuity and our enduring relationship with the water.
A guardian of the coast, standing strong against the tides of time.